Hey, I'm Kev, and welcome back to MotoGP 19. As we're going to make it through to qualifying 2 in Japan around the Twin Ring Motegi circuit. And that is not a good start. So we probably won't do it this lap, but we get to know the circuit and then hopefully we can push on to the next lap. So you've got a very tricky circuit where you're trying to balance the speed you can carry through some corners as we attempt down on the first split. Bit wide in the hairpin, but that's not too bad. Because you've got a lot of these corners that follow into other corners. You see at the beginning of that, you've got 2 rights that lead into 2 lefts. There's now we're 4/10 up. We're probably aiming for a high 205, to be honest, to make it through. Because Motegi normally qualifies near the back of the grid, so we'd hope to be much quicker than one of many home riders in the field here. You've got like Tsuba, Gura, Suzuki, Sasaki. Got a rich Japanese field here in Moto3. So fantastic to see. There's our 8/10 up now. So we're aiming for that 205 for the improvements we're making each sector. Very tricky braking point, that right hand. It's so easy to outbrake yourself going downhill like that. And then the final chicane. And it's gone much smoother as they're towards the line. This should be a 205. And that should be qualifying done. Okay, we maybe needed a 206. That's a bit ridiculous. As Feder Kornfeld, Fernandez and Arenas with Lopez, Sasaki and Masaki missing out. The best qualifying for the years for Masaki. And we've got Gura ahead of Yachenko and Fanati with a poor qualifying for the veteran. And then Buffet was ahead of Garcia and Rossi. And on the back row, we've got Salak, Onshu and Perez. What is Onshu doing down there? So for the Turkish ride, he's gone from batting for a podium last time out in Thailand to be on the back row of the grid in Japan and probably be lucky to score any points. Crazy how it changes. As we did not have the pace in time to keep up with teammate Connect, with the Porter of Mazia as well, but he held off getting Antonetti in. Great gain for a teammate in the championship battle. So for once this team got less than a race win gap. So once again we're trying to back up Connect here. Try and hold back Antonetti for them. But if our pace is as good as it was in qualifying 1 compared to the rest, might be looking to grab another victory in our hunt to be in the top 3 in the championship. As that gap kind of increased last time out. I know for Max Racing, it's very good to have 2 riders on song though. They're putting away in the team's championship mightily. Yeah, for the rest. God, how soon the right-hander was that. So he might have lost like half a second there. Bit wide on the left. Doesn't matter if you're riding some corners though. Like you can carry the momentum around the outside if you got the power early. Definitely not the case into this hairpin though. Missing apexes for fun now. As long as we get the 205 range, we can call it kind of done and dusted for this qualifying session. It's all a bit wide on the right. And unlike Thailand, not many places to go wide around it. You actually do get punished, which is good. No, Thailand's one of the better circuits with that runoff stuff though. As there we go, mid 205 again. Like I don't know why they don't have that many more circuits simulated, like Jerez or Silverstone having that stuff on the outside. Has It wasn't good enough at the end. Beating us by 5,000 of a second is Della Porteous there, Pard. We got our teammate alongside us on the front row ahead of Mazia, Antonelli and Arbolino with great qualifying. We've got Vietti, Rodrigo and Binder. Leading the fourth rows, McPhee ahead of home hero Tuba and Mino. We've got Forger, Fernandez and Kornfeld, Arenas, Ramirez and Suzuki with a disappointing qualifying the teammate of Antonelli. So looking at the starting grid, we've gone soft medium, they've gone medium medium. Medium hards for the second row and Rodrigo. So this like another soft combination, maybe soft hard for Mino. Interesting. Soft medium for the sixth row. Don't know how it is. Medium hard for Masaki, soft medium for Gura, Fanati, Rossi, soft hard for Yachenko. Great variation here, combination. Soft medium, medium medium so for most of the field. So we are revving up in the middle of the front row, waiting for the lights to drop. Let's go on the way for 10 laps here and a shocking start. But look at Kenneth launch into the lead to try and make a max race in 1-2. On the inside, Della Portia. And slightly wide. We've got ahead of the Leopard. Now what do we do? What's the plan of attack? Get it? Oh, it's to go wide. Okay, got it. As we've got Mazia trying to attack us. Guro Masaki fighting for a top 20. We've got Sasaki battling with Garcia. Let's put out through the right, just about held on for Mazia there. As they're trying to hold him off, but he's making a move around the outside, the Spaniard. So he's got the inside for the left here. Here comes the Porter as well, 3 wide. Got the outside wins out. Only with a while, Canet slightly getting away from us. As all Della Porter shoves it down our inside. We hold on the outside, so 7/10 gap in front. So we're doing the job for Canet here. Letting him get away slightly. We don't want to get too far ahead though. It's there, Porter launches it. Makes a move. Good job from the Italian. As teammate Ramirez ahead of Mino. So we'll struggle to pick up the bike there. It's Onchu up to 25th. Battling with Fanati for 24th. It's at the end of the first lap. It's a bit like last time out in Thailand, isn't it? Top 3. We've got Mazda, Antonelli in 5th. Let's go see up the 21st headed for Spaniard Fernandez. So they're sitting pretty at the moment. Oh, he can't hit that curb on the inside, just forces her out. It's the Saki battling with Onshu's on the move. That's not good into the hairpin. Looks like Onshu's got ahead of Sasaki's now holding off Fanati. Mino up to 9th head of Arbolino. As Therefore just sweeps into the lead around the outside of Canet. Very impressive move from the Italian. Seems to have got his overtaking boots on today. And looks like Canet fading pace-wise. There's Oncho up to 21st now ahead of Garcia. So whatever happened in qualifying for young K10 rider, it seems to be reversing. It's really famous up to 19th ahead of Ogura. We're just pacing ourselves here. It's all very close to teammate Canet. So it seems like we can make a desperate dive into the last chicane if needed. Have to get into the 203s. Qualifying very different pace-wise, wasn't it? Definitely do speed up in the race. Now we'll see if Della Porter can get away from us on this third lap. And if we need to make a move on our teammate. Looks like Canette's recovered pace-wise. We're comfortable enough ahead of Mazia, like we're with the top three. Don't want to hit the inside curb of the hairpin either, God's sake. As we know, battling Velotan and Vietti. And here comes Canette for the lead. And he does it. Does the old Della Porter business to him. As Mazia trying to attack us. Held on for the moment as Sasaki dropping out the top 25 to Salak. So great run onto the back stretch. Let's see if we can get past Della Porter then maybe into the downhill. Right-handed Suzuki up to ninth. Dived it late. Can't well tell where Della Porter is, to be honest. He's behind us. So where we need to be for our teammate then, right on his arse. God, the draft effect is very strong. Now it's got 30 round out of top 10 behind Suzuki, got Mino in 8, Binder, Ramirez. As a teammate passes us, Anthony still rounds out the top 5. So Antonelli once again not that strong in the race. Expect a bit more from the championship leader. So we duelled in with Della Porter. Not allowing our teammate to fly away though. So we're making the moves into the corners. We're getting him on the exit though. So side by side. Can we sweep into second? Not quite. Hello. Oh, Lorenzo. Held on. Brisk hard defence from the Leopard rider. Oh, we've got to battle this race. Not like Mazzano, not like for blood. This is just a friendly battle at the front. Didn't see that switchback coming. Well, massively in the toe of our teammate once again. Suzuki in 8th, ahead of Binder now. Or not. Come on, Canette, speed up. We're trying to hold off everyone. There's a pack of wolves back here. So we're back into qualifying pace, into the 205s here. Trying to back everyone up. Problem for us is that slipstream is so strong when we're not really letting Canette get away, because on the slipstream we gain just a few tenths. Oh, hello Mazia. We exchange phone numbers for that type of move. It's got Arenas into 18th ahead of Lopez. Oh, great run here. Oh, so there's the Porter. Sniffing. And it's exhaust pipe there. As Mino up to 6th ahead of Ramirez. Look at Honshu. Up to 16th from the back. Great race he's having. Oh, Porter, why do you leave some space? Alright, Canet, we might have to drag it along here. There's Porter with the move on the inside. Okay, we're kind of boxed in here. Are we making it 3 wide? Okay. So who's going to lead then? As Canet holds on just from us. As no, Porter got by as well. Before just letting Canet bite. And now here comes Mazzy in the pack. As Anthony up to 4th, he's making moves now as well as you get into the second half of this tantalising race. So clobbered the curb there. Anthony trying to make the move around the outside. Just about hold on, no. Just got to do what we did in Thailand to him. And Honshu into the point header Tuba. Very impressive ride during the race from the K10 rider. So it's like the 28th head of Yurchenko. Oh, got a massive run. Porter and Canet. Oh, Max Racing riders here. Went wide. Oh, we can just get by Mazia. And stuff it down the inside of Antonelli as well. He must be having nightmares seeing us in a race. Trying to cover the inside it. Go in as Mazia Antonelli sandwich as Porter's taking the lead from Canet. It's a bit of an oval race, isn't it, with these long stretches and the strong slipstream. So around our outside. Oh, he's getting a little hit. He's made the move. Great job from the Spaniard. Got a tiny bit, and then we get him on the exit. But let's let the top 2 get away slightly this lap, as they're almost into 206 territory. Now to get ahead of those 2 again, it's like Canet trying to make the move on Porter. Let's use that as Mazio making the move. And switch back on him now. Giving the room on the outside, being respectful. The gap is a second in front. They might have broken the toe actually. Mazio once again looking down on the inside. Anthony having trouble from Mazio's teammate Mino now. And getting by is the Italian. As Honshu batted for the final point with 2, but looks like the top 2 have broken away. And look at Mino ahead of teammate Mazio now. It's getting a bit crazy yet. It's Mino trying to go for 3rd now on this lap. He's having a crack in that. Samiro's up to 7th head of Suzuki, or not. There's a gap now 1.1, so we're gaining on the top 2. Let's have our own private battle for victory. As once again we're holding on to a podium here. Just about. As Onju up to 14th ahead of Rodrigo. Fancy some more points, does the Turkish rider. So a bit wider in the final chicane. As in this one, we might go into the 204s for the first time in a while. Nope, not quite. Gone a bit wide. Try and nip down the inside. Oh my god, we're in a best of counter by sandwich. That's all, he turns in on us. And stuff wide. And now we've got the Sync 58 bikes in front. But we still get ahead of Antonelli. So he's dropped down to 5th. That's all, he's giving us a nudge. He's obviously had enough of us. So we got on the power quite very rough. Oh, great exit. That's how we're getting ahead of Mino. No one expects a switchback. It's on up to 13 with a cornfold. We try and wrestle back onto the podium places here. I've been shuffled out at the beginning of that. As we approach the penultimate lap this race. That's all we go around the outside. There's the inside though. Oh, inside, and Neo's outside. Oh, we're stuck in the mid 205s, aren't we? As Mino tries to make the move for 4th. We hold on with a bucking Bronco. Up into 3rd we go. So a bit wide again. Down the 6th we go. It's holding off Suzuki. Looks like Antonelli shaping up for a move for 4th. Oh, we're shaping up for a move on Antonelli. Did he get balked? Oh, he's back by us. Try and make the move for 5th. Anthony holds on. There's got a lap and a half to go here. This is anybody's podium. So we've gone way too deep. Or have we? No one expects the insane acceleration. You've got Ramirez in 7th. There's Suzuki. Try and make the move for 4th. Got told to shove it. As McPhee back to move on shoot. As they head on to the final lap here, Rossi ahead of Suzuki for 26th. But who's going to win between Delaport and Connect? Who's going to get on the podium here in Japan? And it's like Anthony being stuffed down outside the top 5 at the moment. Or not. Stuffed his bike down our inside. One wide on the exit though. There's Onchu up to 11th head of McPhee. Not quite a top 10, but still a superb ride from the last row. As we've worked on Antonelli. And the work on the best of Capital Dubai bikes as Canet into the lead. To the Porter as we've stuffed it into third. Good corner for the Max Racing boys. On a bit wide though in the hairpin. Hello. There's now Vietti battling with Onchu. He's got half a lap to go. Hogging the inside line here. You can see we've been able to use first quite freely this race as well. As 2-second gap in front. There's like Della Porter going for the lead though ahead of Canet. Looks like holding on to third though. It's Onchu to 9th in a Binder. It's made up 20 places this race. Just need to get the final chicane right, which we have. As this side by side to the line. Who's won? Canet. Brilliant team result. As Canet wins by a 10th ahead of Della Porter, who was the only rider getting to the 203s, it looks like. And then we've got ourselves in third, 2 seconds back, 7/10 ahead of Mazia. Has got Mino just behind his teammate. Antonelli down in 6th, holding off Ramirez at the end by a 10th, and his teammate Suzuki by a couple. Onchu from 29th to 9th ahead of Binder, Vietti, McPhee, Arbolino, Kornfeld, and Rodrigo rounds out the top 15, grabbing the final point by around 2 stints ahead of home here by Tuba. Then you've got Fogger, Bifamos, Lopez, Arenas rounds out the top 20, and Masaki in last, disappointing on home turf. So in the championship, it's a tie at the top with 3 rounds remaining, but Canet's on top, I'm guessing with more victories than Antonelli. Mazio in third is not out of it, 23 points back. We're 34 points behind as well, 4 ahead of Della Porter. It's very close in the top 5. And they've got Mino, Suzuki, Onchu, Ramirez, Rodrigo rounds out the top 10, as in there's like no changes in position apart from at the top. And for Max Racing, 77 points ahead now, ahead of Best Account to Dubai. I think they've got to finish, if I got my points correct, if they got a 90-point gap after Australia, they've won the team's championship. And it looks like they're very much on their way. We've got Sync 58 getting adrift in third, 14 points further back. In there, Pardew definitely a bit lonely now in 4th. KTM in 5th ahead of VR46, Ussini, Honda Team Asia, Snipers, Jonas Spirit rounds out the top 10 by 5 points ahead of Green Power now. As Canet could actually be in the top 5 by himself in the team championship. That's a bit ridiculous.
Third place is good for the team's morale. 16 points more in the ranking, and the knowledge that the rider and bike are extremely competitive.
As easy does it. I don't know how we're still team leader though. As at Motegi, nobody can keep up with him. He takes switch in a dramatic race, does mega wins. Marquez in second. We aren't upset that we finished behind the wins. We're happy we finished ahead of Dovi. As his brother, Alex Marquez, won in Moto2. A fantastic race. He wins, grinding through one fast lap after another. As after today's great performance, Kev is congratulated by the winner, Canet. Stone may not have won, but he should be proud of how well he rode today. Definitely is proud about that. So our first third place, if we're not on the podium, we might as well not be finishing, it looks like. But third place did slightly better than we did in Thailand. How about round Philippine in Australia, the fast, fearsome circuit, one of our favourites of the season. So for watching, and we'll see if we can still do the team job or go for victory next time.